can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait, need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's broke to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Nights like this, I wish I was with ya. On my turf, roll out the Henry rocks. She like when I hit the receiver. Friend hop in, this is a four-seater. Made a yank straight out the wood, I'm Derek Jeter. Major leaguer, no fatigue. We don't get no handout, we don't get no Macarinas. Baby gon' throw your back out, tryna work, you need a breather. I need a break. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me? Hold on. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down. Tell me who you talking to. Roll up that Sinatra, fly la mama to the moon. She asked me what's my life path. Told her 55 south to the cat. So many couches I cried. Shout out Zazo, Tree Tree, and shout classic. I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the second up. Baby, I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the second up. Baby, I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the second up. Baby, I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the second up. gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had 2 necks. I got homies that can sleep without 2. I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in. Yeah, drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot.
Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Fields this way up at the 17. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Noah Igbenogany on the return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
He was brought down by...
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
It's a
gain of 32 that time.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll get this to Lazard. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Touchdown, Miami.
A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. And the QB rating right now, sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. But I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
Fielded near the back of the end zone.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They run with Howard. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Brady on the bootleg. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 16. First down, Tampa Bay.
37-yard line.
Jones. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
30-yard line.
On second down, it's Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
The 17-yard line.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What do we call them, run?
Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And he'll have a Dolphins first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First down, Dolphins.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Miami.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Jordan Whitehead there defensively.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
This will be caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The end result, 21 yards. 6-0 our score after one.
With the score, Dolphins 6, Buccaneers 0.
Back to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal.
Second and goal at the Bucs 3-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
They'll try and run for it. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Bucs defense, they'll celebrate the goal line stand. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
2nd and inches at the 13-yard line.
They'll run it with Jones. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. Jerome Baker there on the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
On the stop.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Gain of 2 on the
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating, there he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. Running with Howard. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach. because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
At the 39-yard line.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you across state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Here's a throw caught by Gronkowski. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 7 yards the pickup there. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards there and a first down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
This is caught. Gronkowski. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A good pickup there at 22. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
The 6-yard line.
Now Brady again. The quick slant caught. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Chris Godwin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are just an extra point away from grabbing the lead now. One after here coming up. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6.
Makes the score Buccaneers 7, Dolphins 6. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Now returning it, Antonio Callaway. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Callaway on the return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy who's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squick.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And his kick is no good. Misses the PAT, a mistake there, and this remains a 7-point game.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the bootleg. Brady. And he holds it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Rob Gronkowski as the first half is winding down. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll throw now on the final play. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught at the 10. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
And now they'll elect to go for two and try to cut into this lead a little further before they head to the locker room. And he will get into the end zone. So a perfect finish to the half. They get the touchdown on the final play and two more for good measure. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll go again to Jones. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On first down, Jones. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
At the 46-yard line.
Escaping the pressure right. And a catch right side by Evans. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Here's Jones. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First down, Tampa's Brady hooks up with Howard. They go back to the ground with Jones. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 9-yard line.
Brady gives this one to Vaughn, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now Howard, and he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. O.J. Howard. His 2nd touchdown on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because You have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14.
Bradley Pinion, the kickoff for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
First down, Miami.
And to give this time to the tailback. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The pass. Complete.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He'll drop to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for two. They'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further.
Dolphins 22.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
32-yard
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On first down, Brady. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Evans.
Brady's pass.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Second and inches at the 45-yard line.
This is Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones, and he'll bring this one inside the 35. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Second and 2 at the 34-yard line.
Now Jones. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the penalty, it's Jones. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
At the 23-yard line.
The give is to Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Again, it's Jones. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now Jones. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
The tackle made.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Dolphins have got it.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to punt the ball. They've done so with that first run.
Now the second down throw on target. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Not much there, only a yard.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. They'll look to throw here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Buccaneers have it. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
2nd and 5.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
At the 8-yard line.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Callaway, the return man. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. And that will be incomplete with the clock down now to 13 seconds.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. His throw caught at about the 5. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. Leads
the line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
So now a big play here as the Dolphins will go for the 2. Back to throw. And it's incomplete. It was an exercise in futility anyway. It doesn't affect the final outcome, and this one's over. Dolphins. So they tried to tack on 2 more. Wouldn't have mattered as far as who won and who lost, but that's how this one ends.
Felt like cosmetics, didn't it? Just put another 2 points on the board, make the score look a little bit better. Maybe they wanted to run a 2-point conversion just to see what they had. Who knows? But it just wasn't necessary.